Welcome back, everyone, to another Friday live stream. Let's see who's here early and on time because I want to get going quickly. Phantom 6767 was here earlier. Is he still here? Matthew Walter is here. Oztech TV is here. Trucker Kitty is here. Lobo 1G is here. Ken Beard is here. Thomas Berger is here. Trucker John, welcome. Let's see. Nightbot is here, so watch your P's and Q's. Turn off that caps lock key and don't spit out too many emojis or Nightbot will get you. Andre Benfer, welcome to the stream. Let's see. Okay. Thomas, I don't know if I responded to your comment in that video, but I could not find a way to turn on auto AI subtitles during a live stream, if there is such a thing. Anyway, Stobbs is here. Hey, Stobbs. Keep getting these weird text messages from people I have no idea who they are. Somebody's got my number. I just report and delete. Okay, let's see. I'm going to do some shout outs quick. Mr. Noah Sis is here. What do you mean your first time catching a live stream? I thought you had before. Well, welcome. So we've got Isabella Hagloff, Rob Strecker, aka Lurch. Lurch is not with me at the moment, but he may drop in later. He's kind of at the whims of the wife. Okay. Watching on TV, so won't be active in chat. Got it. Bedrock, our top ATS driver for February 2023, Bill Welburn. Yeah, Thomas, I couldn't figure out how to turn them on. And they may not work in live stream mode anyway. I don't know. And I didn't dig any deeper. Nicholas Triple XN. Susan Arthur, our top Euro truck driver for April 2025. So Thomas, what I did was when I set up the live stream, like I normally do, I looked for an option to enable subtitles, AI generated subtitles, and I didn't see one. XLT 588 Gaming, Trucker Kitty, Norwegian Trucker Nicholas, Big Al 2424, our top ATS driver for March 2025, and our top ATS driver for 2023. Chasmified, Johnny Hansen. That just reminds me of something that I forgot to do, I think. Where is it? Yeah, I forgot to put in something. Okay, I'll get to that in a second. Lobo 1G, our top ATS driver for July 2024. Pugwash, our top Euro truck driver for April 2024. Wim 55, our top ATS driver for March 2024. Harlan Torsev Ice Bear, our top Euro truck driver for August 2023. FTG Mike B, David Long, aka Shorty, our top Euro truck driver for September 2024. And Wiz Nation, our top ATS driver for July 2025. That's what I forgot to do, is to add him. And actually, Lobo is our top driver for July 2025 now. I remember to update all this. Okay. I'll do some more shout outs. I'll spread the shout outs around during the stops for this. Okay, so let's get into, why did I open that? Okay. Where's that Rick Rashid guy? I gotta turn off this thing. Go ahead and post some more emojis. Make my day. Yeah, just turn that off. Must have been too slow on the clicking. Okay, so this is going to be a long drive. I want to get started here in just a moment. So we've got almost 3,600 kilometers to drive. Real-time estimate of 2.5 hours without stops or delays. Detours. Oh, I was going to show you the map. We are in Romania. So last weekend I did, let's see, what run did I stream last weekend? I think it was from Spain to Slovenia. Spain to Slovenia. And then I recorded a video driving from Slovenia to Slovakia. Well, since then, I didn't record the runs from Slovakia to Serbia or Serbia to Romania. So, because I just wanted to knock them out, because I'm really behind on getting this done. So, because I still have a lot to do yet. So this particular one, this is one of the longest of the entire challenge. So we are here in Romania and we're headed for Faro, Portugal. I've already got our first stop here in Maribor, or just outside of Maribor. And so we're going to drive to that. We're going to get going. Hey, Adam, welcome to the stream. Let's get going. We are hauling 20 tons of outdoor floor tiles. And again, 2.5 hours of real-time driving. So this stream may go about 3 hours. So I'm going to try and avoid as many delays as possible. I've got a full clock, full fuel. We are off and running. Dirty. Ooh-wee. Okay, Ken, no race miles. Yeah, Adam, the trip from Sweden to Spain was pretty long. I think that's what it was. And from Spain to Slovenia was over 2,000 kilometers. And all these 40-kilometer speed limits. Oh, in real life? About 2,500 miles. From from New Jersey to Southern California. Oh. Four-wheeler Friday. I'm not going to drive 100 kilometers an hour, but I'll do 90. Well, it's nice and flat here. Almost like driving across Nebraska. All right, we are leaving Romania. And I think we're going to enter Hungary. Yikes. What's the holdup? Do we have an accident up ahead? Yeah. Looks like it. JJ Man, 1982, Omega Trucking, our top ATS driver for January 2024. Nick, David H. 74, RD04 Dave, our top ATS driver for March 2023. Okay. Ooh, I don't know if I can get through here. Nope. Ooh, what a squeaker. All right, what lane do I need? They all say cars. Wait, were we supposed to be over there? Let's see what happens. I think this is the old border crossing. Welcome to Hungary. Well, that would constitute a delay, however long we got held up there. Adam, it's 5 days and change. So I think you make delivery on the 6th day. Also depends on what time you actually got started. You know, how much time you spent at the shipper on the first day. So, yeah, 76 to 70... Trying to think if that's right. It might be 70, Interstate 78. I'd have to look at it now. But you'd wind up driving Interstate 70 across Ohio, Indiana, and Illinois, and then you'd connect with Interstate 55. In Illinois, and you follow that towards St. Louis, where you'd connect with Interstate 44 all the way through Missouri to Oklahoma City, and that's where you'd pick up Interstate 40 and take Interstate 40 all the way to California, at least to Barstow. Then it's I-15. Down into Southern California, southernmost. Since I probably went to Ontario, I didn't take I-10 except for maybe a couple of miles. Yeah, Thomas, that's probably what I should have done. I always forget that. I could have come back and the traffic would all be cleared up. So let's see if I did any damage. Nope, no damage. No fines. It's all fine. We're all fine. like they've got a lot of crops growing out here. I recognize corn. I don't know if that's corn. I don't know what that is. Yeah, Adam, it would have been 78. Interstate 78 west through Pennsylvania. I don't remember where I linked up with Interstate 70, but now I'm wondering, I got to look at a map. Not now, but later. So for those of you who are in the Discord and drive Euro Truck, we are doing a Euro Truck convoy Sunday in the Discord with ProMods Europe. So if you're interested, be sure to get your Euro Truck game set up with the appropriate mods. All of the information is in the Discord on how to do that. Yeah, Thomas, it's summertime. A lot of our BTC members, we don't, there's the driving is slacked off. A lot of people are on vacation or holiday. I've noticed that even with our competitors, we've fallen back a bit, but then again, their driving is not that aggressive. A lot of their members are also doing other things besides driving. Personally, I've been slacking from driving as much as I would like to because I've been doing so much work at work. I'm in the process of wrapping up a big project. I almost didn't stream today because of that. So I got the last 2 to 5% of work left to do. No, the last 2% of work left to do on it. And then I'll be done with that project. All right, Trucker John. What do you do when you're working from home, John? And is that an everyday thing? Because I also work at home. Corporate job. Yeah, I used to have me one of those, but I didn't get to do it at home. Which is just as well. Oh, we got a lot of traffic coming. Oh, I didn't see him. Sure, he gave me a hand signal. Counting down those months. Yeah, I don't have many left myself. In fact, this may be my last large project. We'll see. Well, Thomas, that's pretty toasty, but it's over 40 here, Celsius. In fact, let me just take a peek and see what it is right now. It's 43 right now. Later on today, it's going to warm up to 44. Yeah, it's pretty toasty here. And for those of you who don't go by the Celsius, that's like 109, 110. John, when I had my corporate job, I did a lot of travel. I do not miss that at all. I liked what I did, but that travel really got to me. Ooh. Yeah, Thomas, it's pretty toasty. I mean, I don't even go outside if I don't have to. Troken, Douglas Williams, JC Drives, our top Euro truck driver for March 2025. Why are you guys not going? Thomas Berger, Doom 3, Matthew Roth. Okay, come on, guys. Oh, he's got a red light. Red arrow. Ooh, look at that patchy pavement. I might need to verify my files. It's usually an indicator that you need to verify your files. Clear up some graphical glitches. Yeah, before I was a truck driver, I had a corporate gig. Okay. Yeah, I got phased out early 2009 during the last recession. Oops. I was not sad. Except for the income loss, which was nice. Yeah, Pilot Bro works at home too, I believe. I think most days, every day or most days. If he pops in, we can ask him. Well, that's not too bad, Lobo. Yeah, when I wasn't traveling and we were working on a big project, well, even when I was traveling, I'd be in the office or on site Monday through Friday, and then I'd be in the coffee shop on Saturdays working on my laptop. Because there was always stuff to be done. Hey, there's Pilot. Been here the whole time. You haven't said anything. I didn't see you. One day a week in the office? Well, that's not too bad. Go make a showing. Let them know you're still alive. And that you don't have an AI or a monkey running your computer pretending to be you. Although, who wants to have to feed a monkey? I think AI would work a lot cheaper. Well, good, John. We need some more miles. We're falling way behind. Same thing with hardcore points. We're going to start up a new challenge. The ATS All States Challenge next month. Or at the end of this month. I'm not sure which. Oh yeah, Thomas, you gotta have air conditioning. I couldn't live here without it. Or I couldn't function without it. I remember when my grandparents moved to Kingman, Arizona, and it's not quite as hot there as it is here, but almost. And I don't think they had air conditioning. And my grandparents moved there because my grandmother, well, because they thought that it would help with my grandmother's asthma or breathing or whatever to move, to get out of where they were, which is in Washington State. But after a couple of years there, they decided she couldn't take that heat anymore, and they moved back. And that was back in the 80s. I think. But not everybody had air conditioning. Some people still don't. Nice, Pilot. I just saw that. Adam, I hope you're referring to shifts instead of what you wrote. Morning shifts. Otherwise, we don't really want to know about it. Yeah, hardcore is awesome. That's all I do. Because that's mostly like real life trucking for me. Pilot, I was wondering the same thing. I wonder if it's because of the S. I'll have to look for that. right. I don't know how far we have to go to our first sleep stop. We've got 2.5 hours of driving time left on the clock, I mean. Whoops. I know it's just north of Maribor. There it is, coming up. Welcome to Slovenia again. No, Adam, he was referring to what you wrote. You had a typo. With a naughty word. I mean, it was only a naughty word because of the typo. Okay, I don't think I've had my first yawn yet, but I believe we're coming up on the rest break area. Well, there's the first yawn, and I don't see the pin yet. Yeah, well, we thought that's what you meant. All right, there's the rest. There's the pin. Lurch is here. In the live chat, anyway. Can you move the birds or put them away or whatever it is that you do? All right, we're gonna take a break. We don't need fuel. We're just gonna go to the parking area. Okay, this is supposed to be a sleep trigger here. There it is. Okay. Let's go ahead and do the sleep thing first. And then we'll hop into, we're going to have to do some driving in the dark. Hop into the map. Whoops. First I need to look and see 11 hours. So if I look out about 9 hours. Oops, that's 12. That's too much. Okay, there's no sleep trigger here. That's only 8 hours. No sleep trigger there. So that's 9.5. Yeah, I'm gonna have to back here. We've got almost 40 hours of driving to do. How much time do I have on the job? 85. So I should be fine to take a break there sooner than I would prefer. What was that? After Verona. Why you were out on the road? Did you do some night driving or mainly daytime driving? I drove daytime as for the most part, but I did a lot of nighttime driving too. Sometimes it just works out that way. Sometimes, like when I was a company driver, I had the occasional job where I had to rest all day and then get loaded. Like it was fresh fish that had to be someplace the next morning. I wound up having to drive all night, which would have been bad. I don't mind the driving at night. There's less traffic. The problem in that scenario, that specific scenario, was that I can't just, you know, sleep all night and then drive a little bit to go to the shipper and then try to get some more sleep. I couldn't do it. And so I wound up driving all night, dog tired. And I got to the point where I refused to do that particular run anymore, which ultimately the last time that it happened was the catalyst for me leaving that company. I said, I'm not doing that again. Okay, Lurch. Yeah, just let me know when you're ready to come in or talk. Hey, Wagner. Let's see. Let me check something quick while we're. I'll have to do it. Oh. I know I should be doing shout outs right now. Lee01 Mr. Jennifer Roth. Mouse is not cooperating. By the way, I want to welcome a new channel member to the Dry Van Hauler list, John Whitesall. If you're in the audience, say hi. Colin Percival, Pancake Man. Okay, Pilot, I think I may have blocked that word, that version of it. All right, Lurch, come on in. Say hi.
Hi.
Ken Beard, Road Trip Nerd, Grumpy Gruntpaw Gaming, Lord Dragon, Greg Ulray, Ken Maselman, Timothy Parrish. All right. So I'm all caught up on chat as far as I could tell. I'm gonna grab that one from Adam. No, Adam. That's not how it works. Day cab users don't drive over the road. They just drive around town or around the region and they're home. They're back in the in most cases, they're back in their home yard by the end of their day. So they have a different routine. If you're driving a day cab, you're not doing over the road, and it's only in extreme conditions, like if you get stranded. Like I almost got stranded one time in Southern California when I was based out of here for a local company, and I had to go down to. I wasn't driving a day cab though. I had to go down to Southern California, swap trucks, and then come back. Well, there was a problem. I almost wound up spending the night. So I learned to pack a bag when I was going like 5-6 hours away, just in case. But no, truck stops do not have hotels or hotel rooms. They have no facilities for that. There's no need for it. Okay, let's get going. How did that happen?
So how's everybody doing today?
Ah. Hey. So this looks like an old border crossing with a nasty 30-kilometer-an-hour speed limit. We are going to cross into Austria here. Should I have gone that way? I don't think there's any reason to be stopping here. There have been a lot of trucks blocking their way today.
Jesse 2670 says good afternoon.
Welcome, Jesse. Oh, come on, the speed limit's 70. Let's get going.
Adam says there are some hotels a block from a truck stop that's outside the property area.
Yeah, those things usually, sometimes, not usually, sometimes go hand in hand. That's the zoning and the type of market for that area. It's got nothing to do with the truck stop, though. Sometimes truck drivers will use a hotel if they're gonna be down for a day or two. Who's here?
Wiz.
Wiz. Welcome to the stream, Wiz. You keep missing your shout out.
Says I'm here.
Did you get your Euro Truck game sorted out with ProMods yet?
No, he is not.
Did you download the ProMods yet?
Bigner says, doing good. I finished the 12,000 kilometer goal earlier today and drove a bit more because I didn't have hardcore points for the first 3 loads that I drove with my own truck, so I did 2 extra loads.
Nice. Well, we need those hardcore points in kilometers or miles. That's for sure.
Wiz says he's been playing a different game.
You stop that.
Cheating on us.
Cheating on us. Because it's not even Farm Sim. Corinthia.
Lars Olaf Stoltz says it's very rare in Europe to haul a trailer with a day cab.
Well, welcome to the stream, Lars.
They must be using speech to text. Wiz says, no, it's not.
Well, I would have to agree with Wiz, because why else would you have a day cab? It's not to haul a trailer. That's why they exist. Unless there's some other thing that I'm not aware of. You know what I didn't do? I didn't check my lights. I hate to spend more time. Oh, no, it's on. Okay, never mind.
I can see that your lights are on.
Well, my high beams are on, but that doesn't mean my top lights are on. There they are.
Oh. Your searchlights.
Yeah. Those ones.
Well, if Pilot is still here, I managed to sell that graphics card on eBay that I took out of the new machine. It ended up getting lost in the mail. That's what I had to take care of before I came in here. I had to submit a lost mail claim.
Well, that sucks. But I was just going to say, maybe I should be selling some of my old stuff on eBay or somewhere. Because I've got an old video card now.
Yeah, all the person received was an envelope with the shipping label attached to it, and it was stamped as floating in the mail. Pilot Bro says he'll take that 2070 off your hands.
What? What would you do with it?
Lars says they do exist, but I've never seen one hauling a trailer when I did drive trucks.
Well, I'm not familiar with the different types of trucks in Europe, but if there's a, now would defer to other truck drivers in Europe, but if there's a day cab, it's pulling trailers. That's why it exists.
Adam says day cabs are used for local and regional routes. This is what I know, up to a few hundred miles and back.
Yep, that's correct.
And Pilot says put it in a PC I'm building.
Well, let's talk about it later.
We're seeing dollar signs in front of his eyes now. He says, yep. Lars says, Adam's right about that. Pilot says, who said anything about dollar signs, Lurch?
Euros works.
I think he thinks you're gonna just give it to him for free.
my car.
Matthew Wolter says, is there 2 live streams tomorrow?
Yes, we have a members live stream at the same time as this one started tomorrow.
Wiz says, so I got shouted out and I missed it.
Yeah?
Pilot says, now, I don't expect anything more for anything anymore for free this day. Or these days. Then he responded to Wiz, I heard your name earlier,
Whoa.
which he says, darn. Adam says, unless it's going one way up to 300 miles, sleep in a hotel and return to the shipper the next day.
No, you can go farther than that. It's a 600-mile round trip. You can do that in one day. Long day, but you can do it.
So
Welcome to Italy.
Delays.
Yeah. But you're not tied. Day cab drivers generally are not tied to an ELD clock in the U.S. anyway. Different set of rules. Unless you're driving more than 150 miles outbound, I think is the number.
Wigner says, if you guys think driving in Windsor, Canada is hard, then you should come to Iceland. Matthew Roth is here.
Welcome, Matthew.
And the other Matthew, being Wolter, says, members live stream on Discord tomorrow?
Not on Discord, no. You gotta be, it's here. You gotta be a channel member.
Yep, you don't have a green name, so at the moment it doesn't apply.
And that's not in the Discord, that's right here. It's
Adam
one of
says
the
if a
it's one of the perks of membership.
Adam adds, if a hotel is required, then I need to bring a day bag.
Yeah, it's a good idea to bring one anyway, just in case.
With confirming the pilot, he's been cheating on us with another game. They had a major update for that game.
Did it fix it? Or should I say, did it make it better? Mo better?
Yep, he says it made it better. More difficult to play for him, he says.
And how is it better? Speaking of cheating on us with other games, did you download that Battlegrounds, Battlefield 6 demo or whatever it is. Beta.
Pilot Pro says, does that game doesn't start with F blank blank Ming, does it?
Not the one that Wiz is talking about.
Wiz says no. It's Farlight 84. Never heard of it. Gray says hi.
Ray,
Gray.
welcome to the stream.
Pilot Bro says I downloaded and didn't get to play due to the queue times. Servers were overloaded.
Well, that's what happens when something is free. Everybody wants in, and there's usually a big wait time. Servers are clogged. That type of a thing, anyway.
Wiz says it's been out a long time, and Adam agrees with me that he's never heard of it either. Neither is Gray.
Well, I never heard of it before Wiz started talking about it a week or two ago.
I wouldn't say 2 years is a long time, Wiz. He says since 2023. Gray says, by the way, I subscribe.
Awesome. Welcome to the adventure. Did you do that today? Because I didn't see it pop up on the screen here in the last hour. And that's okay.
Just means stream element. He says just now, so.
Just now, okay. Yeah, I don't know. The stream elements thing is sometimes delayed.
Sometimes delayed, sometimes just doesn't work.
Yeah, that too.
He was playing Roblox.
Should be able to stay in this lane.
Liz says, what category was the ProMods message in?
It's in the look in the convoy notification channel and scroll up, because we just posted a notification today. Actually, in the notification that I posted today for Sunday's convoy, there's a link to the channel that you need.
Banger says, can you imagine? We get Nordic Horizons most likely in a few months.
Looking forward to it.
Pilot says to Gray that his son plays that more than he likes Roblox.
I bet that's the same thing your wife says about something that you do.
Adam's looking forward to going up north.
You can get ProMods, Adam, and go there now. Even if you're not going to participate in the convoy on Sunday, which you should. you can still follow that same information to install ProMods for yourself.
Gray says I might have fish for dinner.
That sounds good. I haven't had fish in a long time.
Pilot Bro says we won't talk about that.
Of course not. And I completely get it. Oh, I got scratched my back. Oh. This is the same back scratcher I had in my truck. Well, actually, it's not the same one. The one I had in my truck is actually in my car now. I literally had a back scratcher identical to that in my truck within easy reach, so I could scratch my back while I'm driving like I just did.
Adam says always gotta carry a back scratcher.
That's right. I guess I didn't need to move over just yet. I'll stay here. I think we've got a toll booth coming up. Wait, is it in the right lane now? Why can't they leave it the same?
Gray says, why an ad?
Did you see an ad? I haven't seen an ad yet. I turned that on. I turned on mid-roll ads for the live streaming to test, see how it goes. I have yet to see one on my tablet. I want to see how intrusive they are.
Doesn't look like Pilot or Adam have had one either.
Well, Pilot, don't you have YouTube Premium or whatever it's called? Well, if you don't, if you have the YouTube Premium, you won't see an ad. I've yet to see one, and I turned it on. Ooh. Okay.
It says haven't seen it for a while now.
Seen it
Bigger
or had?
Haven't.
Had.
Oh, haven't had for a while. Okay. Vigner hasn't seen any ads either yet.
Okay, well, maybe it's not working.
And Pilot also adds he disables his ad block while watching your stuff.
Thank you.
Adam's got an ad blocker on.
Shame on you. Support the channel. I mean, I know you do, because you're a channel member, but I probably missed, because you running that ad blocker, I probably missed out on 20 cents this year so far. I don't know.
Where's my nickel?
Right. Oh, my damn nickel. Oh. YouTube moderator didn't catch that.
What?
My damn nickel.
Let's see, I gotta scroll back up to Boomer and chat, put him in timeout. Nope, he's not in there. Bigner says this is the only streaming platform that I've seen an ad is on Twitch.
Well, YouTube has ads. I mean, there are ads that play against my videos, and they offer it. In fact, they've been kind of twisting my arm a little bit to include it during my live streams, mid-roll ads, which means that an ad will play. And the way it's supposed to work is different than the way it used to work. In the past, the mid-roll ads would play completely over the video. You wouldn't be able to see whatever I'm doing. It'd be annoying. That's why I had it turned off. Well, now what they have is when there's an ad that they want to put on, then they'll reduce the size of the stream to like half the screen, and the other half is the ad video. And you'll hear the ad, but not my live stream. But you can still see my live stream in a smaller window until the ad is done. That's how it is explained by YouTube, but I have yet to see one.
Adam says, where are my pennies?
So Bigner got an ad on his or no, he doesn't have any ad. Okay, I'm lost.
Yeah,
He mentioned something about watching him. Yeah, he mentioned that he uses the app, I assume on his phone or tablet.
On his phone. Okay. Gray says, you are so funny. And there's Mikey.
Well, that's what gets people coming back. Hey, Mikey. Welcome back. So I can see the pin coming up, which means our stop is coming up.
Where my $29 at, says Gray. Mikey says thank you.
So it's not quite 9 a.m. in the morning here. Okay, Adam wanted me to check my road atlas earlier, which I just happen to have right here. We were talking about driving out of New Jersey to head to Southern California. Which route would I take? And Interstate 78, Adam. We cross into Pennsylvania at Easton. Then it takes 78. Let me check Pennsylvania. I don't want to spend a lot of time on this because I need to. This is already going to run long. So 78 across. Well, that's got some missing here. Need the eastern part of Pennsylvania. Here we go. 78 Easton. We take that all the way to where it links up with Interstate 81 near Harrisburg. And then 81, I think. No, not 81. Probably. Yeah, I think 76/70. Then you cross into West Virginia and then Pennsylvania on Interstate 70. And from that, 70 across Ohio until you intersect with Interstate 55 in Illinois. and then 55 down to St. Louis, and then 44 to Oklahoma City, and then from Oklahoma City, Interstate 40 all the way to Barstow, California, and then Interstate 15 south into Ontario, and then I think it was Ontario where I delivered. So, hauling 5-ton and BC Adventures, Carlos DeJackal, MKA Transportation, Tom Freer, the Gigliottis, JBVHD, It's Angry Blake, The Stony Tony Show, Liao Chung Shun, and Darren Radcliffe. Save some more for later. Let's sleep.
Gray says for me it is 4:15. Is that AM or PM?
Yeah, AM or PM. Got to be specific around here because we got people from all over the world.
Mikey says for him it's 5:16 PM.
Where are you, Mikey? Nova Scotia?
That's what Pilot's asking. Mikey is in New Brunswick.
Is that Nova Scotia? I know it's in Canada. I was looking for the province.
Attleboro says it borders it.
What province? Newfoundland?
Liz went to Steam and subbed to it? Subbed to what?
What are you subbing to, Wiz?
Mikey says
Hey,
no.
why are you
province.
hiding? Why are you hiding from us? Tell us what province it is. Don't keep us
He
in the
says
dark.
it is another province.
Huh? And what is that province?
I think that is the name of it. The province is New Brunswick.
Okay. Oh. Oh, suddenly I feel geographically illiterate. So, Wiz, what are you kind of threw that out there in a vacuum? With no context. What are you subscribing to on Steam? Yeah, who's on first? For real.
Gray's got to go.
See ya. Thanks for dropping by.
ProMods maps.
Yeah, no, it's not on Steam. You have to go to ProMods and get it. All of the information is in that channel that I pointed you towards. All of it.
Moncton is the city Mikey lives in.
Ah, Moncton, yeah. I'm a little bit familiar with that. Never been there, but I've dealt with some folks there. Business-wise.
Pilot said there's only 2 ProMods on Steam. The rest are at ProMods site.
Right, and those aren't ProMod. Well, they are from ProMods, but they're not the ProMods maps. You will not find those on Steam. Just go to that channel and follow step-by-step instructions. Scroll all the way to the top of that channel. There's not that much in there. And follow the step-by-step. You need the I mean, there is a map background. That's not a map. It's just a background. You need that. That's on Steam. And it's by ProMods. You also need the definition file. Available, the Convoy. I don't know. It says it all on that channel. I don't remember what it's called.
Pro says, dealt with sounded a little too mafia like in your statement.
With? Oh, no. Did business with some people that were, that's what I meant. Did business with.
He made sure that they are dealt with. So no swimming with the fishes involved. Got it.
Oh, there was a company based in Moncton that I did some business with years ago. In a previous life.
We made them an offers you can't refuse.
Well, they actually made me an offer I couldn't refuse. They bought some stuff from me. They bought what I was selling. And I don't know if they were based in Moncton, but that's where I shipped the stuff to.
Mikey's got 5 drivers in ATS, including himself now.
Yep, work your way up. I need to get fuel at the next stop.
Melanti Andrews says, hey, how you doing?
Welcome to the stream, Olin Lee. Another toll booth. We're not even in France. One of the loads that I ran over the next couple of days, or last couple of days, was a freight market load. I have no idea why I was late. I was shocked because I had no delays or anything. Weird.
Lenley said, better known as Omadept 86.
Okay. I don't know who that is, so. Because I'm guessing you've not been in a live chat with that other name before. Or if you have, I don't recall. I am old, so I forget things.
It's vaguely familiar, like they may have had a gift membership or something, so they were read out a few times.
Yeah, I don't recall it.
At least that's to me. Vigner says must have been an important delivery.
Yeah, well, I guess. I don't know. I don't even remember what it was. I just remember when I delivered, I was shocked that I was late. But I wasn't really paying attention to the time. Because I think I was yakking to somebody when I was driving. And I didn't have any delays that I recall. I was no reason to think I was going to be late. I don't know. I'm confused, and I forgot to plan on the next stop. Or did I? How much time is left on the clock here? 8 hours. So let's look at the clock real quick. Yeah, I didn't. 'Cause, again, I'm old and I forget things. That will work. I will stop here for fuel. And then I will rest there.
Mikey says, hope your day is going well.
Well, so far it is. I got to sleep in a little bit. You know, around 7:30. Oh, I didn't notice the speed limit dropped. That makes sense with these twisty, turny roads. Well, according to my map, I've been this way before, but I don't remember. So there's that thing again, the memory thing again. I don't remember. Oh yeah, I've come the other way a lot. That should be the Mediterranean over there on the left. I know there's a better view of the Mediterranean up here somewhere. Adam asked earlier about did I drive at night in the dark, and I answered that. But I don't like driving at night in the games because part of what I enjoy is seeing the scenery. That's why I prefer to drive during the day. What's that?
That's just so he says.
That's true. I like seeing the scenery. That's one of the things that I enjoy about both Euro Truck and American Truck. Oh, another toll booth.
Surprise, surprise, surprise.
Well, I guess I could have stayed in that lane. We are leaving Italy. And we'll be crossing into France. Welcome to France. So far, we have driven 1,569 kilometers. We have 2,015 kilometers remaining. We're not even halfway. But I think most of the remaining drive is at 90 kilometers an hour. Maybe. Ooh. I wish this guy would do 90.
And it says, you got me thinking, do trucks take post mail from the post office or the USPS? Does that first before the next leg of the journey?
Wait, what? Read the question part.
Do trucks take post mail from the post office or the USPS? Does that first before the next leg of the journey?
Well, I don't understand the question. Oh. Trucks take post mail from the post office? No. Or the USPS does that first before the next leg of the journey. I'm not sure what you mean by the next leg of the journey. Oh. Oh. Can't go this way. What's up with that? Trucks have their own way, apparently. So is there no way where I can just drive right on through without stopping? Pushing a button? dare they make me push a button? So Adam, are you referring to the trucks who haul the U.S. mail cross country?
Yes.
So how that works? The Postal Service has distribution centers, and the truck companies, the truck drivers or the companies have a contract with the Postal Service, and those are power only. Usually, sometimes they're power only tracks. And so they will drive to the postal distribution center to either to pick up an already loaded trailer with mail going to another distribution center in another part of the country. And for those that use their own trailer, then they have to go to that distribution center and get loaded with the mail going to a specific distribution center. So they handle bulk mail for the Postal Service going from one distribution center to another. They do not pick up small bits of mail from a post office. That's all handled by the Postal Service themselves. So again, the truck drivers either go with their trucks, like we do with a freight market load. They go to the postal distribution center to pick up a predetermined trailer that's loaded to go to a specific place. There are companies that this is all they do. And they go and pilot. This is where that Trucky thing becomes a problem in real life, where they go from city A to city B with mail, with a trailer loaded with mail. Then they'll pick up a different one from that same place and go right back to where they just came from. And that's what they do pretty much every day. Back and forth,
Yeah,
back and forth.
Okay, that explains that company. There's a company here called Marathon Mail Service that provides transportation to the USPS.
Okay.
I've seen those trailers around quite a bit. I just answered that whole thing as to what exactly they do.
So most of you would just see those trailers out on the interstate, while they're traveling from major city to major city. So could I have gone? I don't see a blocker there, so I should have been able to go through there.
Mikey's now got 8,925 miles on his truck, and on his profile, 33,381.
Getting her done.
Adam says, what I know is that the mail truck takes the mail to the post office, and I think the distribution center, unless it's another truck.
Probably another truck. It's like anything else. You go from from the point of collection, like mailboxes, like on the city streets, mailboxes, if they still have those. We'll go around and collect those, the smaller mail trucks. Those will go back to the post office, and then it gets sorted there and put in bins to go to the distribution center. And that'll be taken there by larger trucks, probably like box trucks. Once it gets to the distribution center, it gets further organized based on where where its next regional distribution center is, and it gets loaded onto a designated trailer for that. And you may even see on those, and this is the long haul trailers, you may even see on there the 3-letter code for the cities. Like there might be a OKC-DFW. That means that there's a truck going or hauling a trailer. Was this my stop? Okay, I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing. It's not, but I'll take it. So you may see a trailer. It'll say U.S. mail on it, which is more warning than informational. I'm going to go around this traffic circle and cover all this gray. It's because there's federal penalties associated with interfering with the U.S. mail. Anyway, so you may see on there OKC-DFW. And that means that trailer is going from Oklahoma City to Dallas-Fort Worth distribution center. And once it gets to there, it gets sorted out. It's either going to go on to the next distribution center, or if it's for that region, then it gets parsed out to more local post offices, postal centers.
Mikey says, I see a box truck go into the Canada post near where I live.
It might be a little different in Canada and Europe, but it's probably similar. It's all about logistics. And these folks that work at the various postal entities, whether it's the U.S. Postal Service, the Canadian Postal Service, or whatever it is in Europe, they talk to one another and they develop best practices and then modify that for their own areas. It's like people in other industries go to trade shows. I don't know if there's a postal service trade show or not. Oh, I turned too soon. There's probably not, but they have trade journals and industry specific trade journals where they talk about best practices. So it is almost 2 a.m. here. Where are we? So I stopped much earlier than this. So let me find another one out about 9 hours. Another one. Make that. Might be a little tight. 9.5 hours. See if I can make that. Tarragona. Yes, Adam, it is kind of the same or very similar with UPS, FedEx, DHL. They all have their own distribution centers and systems. Except that, Well, I was going to say they don't contract out, but they do sometimes for overflow. UPS, FedEx, they have their own trucks and systems. But occasionally they do have to contract out some excess. And they don't have enough trucks and trailers to handle it themselves. All right. Let me do a few shout outs while I'm here. Bushos. Why are you doing that? Stop doing that. That's why I run out of air, because my my handbrake thing is messing up. William Giacone, Anderson Silva, Andrew Stauber, Jason Sutton. We'll do a few more in a little bit. So we are probably about halfway now. I would guess we've traveled 1,727 kilometers so far.
If you still got over 2,000 to go, you're only about a third of the way.
No, I don't think so. I have that far to go. Do I? Oh, there goes the air again. Oh yeah, 1,900. Oh, more than a third.
Not half.
Not half. No, I was thinking it was 34, but no, that's not right. It's more like 38.
Vigner says the next load will be also long, as it's Poland or
Portugal to
probably,
Poland.
yeah. As well as
Yep.
probably Poland to Norway, or maybe even Norway to the Netherlands.
Where is the air pressure gauge? I don't see it. Oh, I got a big red low air pressure thing. Yeah, okay, there it is. Okay.
And Vigner adds, if you use ProMods for those legs.
Yeah. Well, that doesn't mean I have to go all that way, but yes, I am using ProMods. It's just a matter of whether or not I really go all the way north. I'm not looking for the super long distance. I'm not competing. I'm just trying to get all the legs done. There's 34 or 35 legs in this challenge, and I think I'm up to 18 or 19. Oh, I don't want to go that fast. I think 87's fast enough. Especially with all this slowing down for what do you call it? Toll booths.
Vigner adds, you're roughly halfway through the challenge.
Roughly. think I'm just a little over halfway. But I got a lot of driving ahead of me. Not a lot of weeks. Timber turtle. I don't remember seeing that before. Doesn't mean it's always been, hasn't always been there, but I don't remember seeing it before.
Eric Owen says, do you use air brake simulating?
Absolutely. And welcome to the stream, Eric. Using air brake simulation is a requirement for hardcore mode, but I've always done it anyway. I can't imagine not doing it. To me, it would seem like it's just an arcade game then. And that's not the only thing that would make it feel that way to me, but that's one of the things. Because I simulate truck driving as if I were doing it in real life, because that's what I used to do.
Yes, you're disciplined, I'm not.
It's a truck driving simulator. Simulating truck driving. To the extent that it's possible in this game.
Mikey asks, in ATS, how often should I restore my truck at the garage?
No more than necessary. It's expensive. I can't remember the last time I did it, but I do, you know, have to buy new tires sometimes. In fact, not on this truck, but on one of my Euro trucks, I had to get all new tires recently. And that's expensive. And also in one of my trucks, notice that the frame, I don't know, it's the chassis. It's got some permanent damage to it. And I'm probably going to have to do a restore on that. Sometime in the near future.
Adam says, I think 500 miles in one way in a day cab would not be comfortable in real life.
No. I mean, it's not bad. I use basically the same seat, nearly the same seat. But it's a shorter frame, so the ride is not quite as smooth.
He thinks it's stretching the driving limits of staying awake.
Yeah. I've done longer. Put on either music or a podcast, set of podcasts or audiobook, the miles just melt away. But the seating in modern trucks is pretty comfortable, even day cabs. Leron.
Would you take a take cab in downtown just to make deliveries?
Downtown where? Short answer is yes, but it also depends where. I mean, I have here in Las Vegas. Although, heck, I've done a full sleeper truck in some cities to make deliveries. Well, I didn't get over in time.
He says like New York, Boston, DC.
Not if I could avoid it. First of all, in New York City, like Manhattan, you're gonna have to do it at night. Well, you need a day cab. I don't know if you have to do those at night or not. I don't know. But I've done deliveries in the downtown areas of several cities, or at least driven through the downtown areas to get to or from my delivery. Pittsburgh, I've had to drive through downtown. Houston, I've done a delivery downtown, or right next to downtown. Same with St. Louis, right next to downtown.
Treasure O is here.
Hey, Treasure. Boston, I did outer suburbs. Miami, been to not downtown, but been somewhere in the metro of Miami. Seattle, downtown. I have a video where I drove not downtown, but next to downtown in Seattle. One of my videos. LA, Long Beach. Again, not downtown. When I say downtown, I'm thinking skyscrapers. I've literally driven through the downtown, like in Pittsburgh.
It's like Chicago, Minneapolis, Denver.
Yeah. Chicago, near downtown. Not amongst the skyscrapers, but near. Trying to remember if I've done one in Minneapolis, not downtown, but in the major metropolitan areas. Minneapolis, St. Paul, driven through. I think what else? I remember.
Mikey wonders if you've ever made any deliveries to Canada.
No. Nope. I've never driven commercial motor vehicle outside the 48 contiguous states of the U.S.
Ken Beard is here.
What?
Ken Beard?
He's been here.
Oh.
That's what threw me. Did he leave?
No.
Oh, you weren't here.
He'd say something.
Right, you weren't here. Yeah, he was here before the stream started.
This zip code 70714 was my old. Thomas Berger is off now. He'll watch the rest of the stream on Sunday.
All right, Thomas. Thanks for joining us. It's still going to be, we still got over an hour yet on this stream. It's a long drive. Especially with all these toll booths. Out of the way. Well, I will be happy to get out of France. That was a near thing. Trying to get out of this guy's way on the right, and the guy in the other lane almost hit us. That's not okay.
Adam asks, what city have you been to with the worst downtown traffic?
Houston and LA. They're both horrible. And that's on the freeway. It would have been not as bad to drive downtown probably. But driving through on the freeway, LA and Houston are the worst. At least for me. Oh, Atlanta. Atlanta's really bad.
It says, talking about the city streets.
Yeah, I mean, most of the time it was just near, it was city, but near downtown. They're actually not that bad. As long as you're not trying to do it during rush hour. So, but my memories of driving through major metropolitan areas on the freeways, LA, Houston, Atlanta, and actually Washington, D.C. area. What a mess that was. But I think when I went the first time I went through Washington D.C. Beltway was during rush hour, and it was just a nightmare. Oh, and then there's the George Washington Bridge and the Cross Bronx Expressway. But again, that's on the interstate. Because I was only ever passing through most of those areas. Never went into New York City, Treasure. Nor Long Beach. Or Long Island, sorry.
Mikey is hauling doubles of lemonade to Denver.
They probably need it.
Victor says, Atlanta, are you talking about the 285 loop, aka the Watermelon 500, as it's called today?
Yeah, the loop. Yeah, the only time any of those city, bypassing the cities on the loops or the bypasses or whatever, the only time they're not horrendous is at night. And then after a certain time at night. So I would try to time it for evening, but a lot of times no. had to go that way, and it wound up being during the day, and I hated it.
Treasure says that the George Washington Bridge in Cross Bronx qualifies.
But it's still interstate. So yeah, I did a video on that Cross Bronx Expressway, bumper to bumper. It's in my library. You know, when you're coming from New Jersey on the GW Bridge, pretty sure it's the GW Bridge, on the Bronx side, you're going to transition to, I think it's Interstate 87. And you have to go down this corkscrew. You exit off of whatever that interstate is, 78 or something. You get off of that, and then you have to take a corkscrew down to the north-south interstate. What a nightmare that was during the day.
Treasure says sounds like the Tappanese.
Oh, Tappan Z. No, it was. I don't think it was a Tappan Z. I'm pretty sure it was in the Bronx, where I had to transition from the west-east freeway to the north-south freeway. Now I got to look it up.
All are a nightmare, even in a car, says Treasure.
Yeah. Well, here's one of the memories that I have from going westbound on the Cross Bronx before the GW. I remember I was in the middle lane and there was a car in the right lane, and this was during the daytime. It had to be late afternoon. And I remember that car was just loaded with teenage boys. Well, teenagers. I assume they're all boys. And it was a student. It was a driving school car. And I was looking at that because, I mean, there must have been 4 or 5 kids in that car with an instructor. And this must have been the final part of their training. And all I could think about was, oh my God, what an introduction to driving for these teenagers.
Adam says worst streets are Broadway, 42nd Street, 34th Street, any street near the Lincoln Tunnel, Holland Tunnel, Battery Park, Brooklyn Bridge, Houston Street, not the ones in Texas and Times Square.
Well, I can imagine, but I can imagine never going there in a truck. You know, certainly not a truck I drove, which is designed for over the road, not local deliveries. see, this is Barcelona here on the left. And our next rest stop is at the next city south of here, Tarazona, I think.
Tarragona.
What is it?
Tarragona.
That's it. Yeah. Well, I don't know how much farther that is, but got about 3 hours, 20 minutes. Should be careful doing that on a curvy road, even a mild curve like this. It would suck if I drove 2,300 kilometers and then wiped out and lost my load. $2,300. Now I've got less than 1,300 to go. I'm about 2/3 of the way now. There's going on. $70. I think I have 2 more driving days left. Over 16 hours.
Treasure would love to know your cabin suspension setting.
For Euro truck? I can tell you that in a little bit.
One and a half driving days left, says Victor.
16 hours, that's 2 days. Figure 9 hours of driving. Okay. I guess I gotta come all the way over here.
Treasure adds, because the bounce looks realistic.
Yeah, now I'm just using the realistic truck physics mod over here. Not Zeemods truck physics. Okay, there's our pin at the bottom of the mini map. I don't know how far that is. Better check. "42 minutes. Okay, we're good. It's getting a little tight. We're going to be red bed by the time we get there, or maybe even before. Is Wiz still here? Oops.
Haven't seen him lately.
How about Willie? I haven't seen Willie yet.
I haven't either.
Oh, here comes our exit. That's not it. Okay. We've got a farm sim thing coming up after this. Sometime after this. But I wanted to see about getting together and helping you sort out your ProMods. Unless you already got it done.
Adam's making a delivery in Elko. Which says I did try, but I do need help.
Okay. It can be a little daunting the first time you do it. I need to create a tutorial video for it. And there's our red bed. Oops, I guess I was supposed to signal, wasn't I? Oh, we can go down here farther, right? Can we get in down here?
WizAds should be done driving about the same time you are.
About an hour. I also got to get something to eat. Or at least start on something to eat. Okay, so we can go in here.
He has 406 miles to go.
Okay. Well, then you'll have time to go get you some Jelly Bellies. Or I get done. Okay, let's look at those settings. Treasure. Here we go. Truck stability, 100%. Cabin, suspension stiffness, and suspension stiffness both at 50%. Trailer stability, I have at 100%. Now, normally I would have this at maybe 50. But I think that's what it calls for this mod. Well, that's too bad, Wiz. Well, it's not too bad. Let's get a different snack. Okay, got it. Do some shout outs.
Heading to the little trucker's room. I'll be right back.
Okay. Dr. Doob, E&A Trucking, Guida Warriors, Eddie Parsley, Sunflower. That is all of the shout outs. Let's see, what time are we starting? 6 a.m. and it's raining. Lightning. Thunder. I did a lot of deliveries in Denver. I even did one, I wouldn't say downtown, but near down. Well, I've done several in the Denver metro area. But went to one, they were building a high-rise, I think apartments. I delivered millwork, you know, cabinetry and stuff. And in St. Louis, I delivered downtown, now that I think about it, to another construction site, some big landscaping pots for trees and things and bushes. Picked them up in Denver, or I'm sorry, Phoenix rather. Decorative landscaping pots. They were big. Took them to a place where they got a new building under construction in St. Louis. That was downtown. Ooh. Tiny bad light. Guess we're going this way. Wow. Oh, I didn't plan out my next stop. I have 10, so let me look for 9 hours. Still got 15 hours total, so I can do, I would do 9. That's only 6-ish. Hmm. That's 8. Okay, here we go. 8.5. That'll work. And I haven't been there yet, so I'll uncover that. Not sure how close can a truck go into downtown Chicago. The small trailer, real life. It just depends. I mean, you can go probably drive right downtown on the city street in downtown Chicago. Because you don't have any low heights down there. There are some near there that I've had to deal with, making deliveries near downtown. It's kind of like in New Jersey. Yeah, Adam, you can. I'm sure of it. But there are areas with low bridges that you have to avoid. The only time I've been downtown Chicago, I was not truck driving. I was there on business, and I wasn't driving. It's either in a cab or limo or something. Or even a bus. Don't know the piggy could be dragged and dropped. Oh yes, the pins. You can drop them, you can drag them, you can delete them. Well, that's cool. We're always learning from one another. You taught me something kind of recently with the head tracking stuff.
I'm back, and Rick Rashid is here.
Hey, Rick Rashid. Nice of you to join us. Yeah, Rick, Nightbot was asking about you.
Mikey says he hauled ethane last night.
Yeah, I've hauled that a few times. In the game, not in real life. Oh. Alright, that's my my watch reflecting for the head tracking IR.
it's as hot as you know what.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. And it's hot here. What did I say it was? 43, 44? Right now, that's the high for today.
Because it's supposed to be that way till next Thursday.
Yeah, I think for us, Tuesday, it'll drop a little bit. Wednesday. Oops. Actually, I thought it was going to be cooler than that. Yeah, Thursday it starts to drop. But by the weekend, the highs will be 37. Yeah, I tend to prefer winter in Vegas. Because my electric bill in the summer months is just crazy. I mean, electricity here is not as bad as it is some other places, like Europe, from what I hear. My electric bill that I just got earlier this week is for like $167. Which I know for some people that's nothing. But for me it's a lot. Now, the other side of that is my gas bill is less than $20. The only thing I use gas for is to cook and heat water with. And I don't have to really heat the water much because it's already hot. When I go into the kitchen and I turn on the cold and the hot tap in, this time of the day, even the cold water runs hot for like 2 or 3 minutes. It's crazy. You get more hot water out of the cold tap than you do the hot tap for the first 2 or 3 minutes. It's bizarre.
Mikey says last time I checked the temperature was where I live, it's about 30.
I'll take some of that.
Treasure O still thinks and speaks in Fahrenheit.
Me too. Then I switch my phone app over when I'm talking to folks from Canada and Europe and in Australia. Hey, Shamacost, welcome to the stream.
Says, oh yeah, those summer power bills. Water when it's really warm or hot during the summer. Adams says Pennsylvania is not as bad compared to New York and New Jersey.
Yeah, when I glanced at that, I thought he was saying North Korea, but I'm like, how would you know what that is? So Treasure, back to the cabin's way and everything. I intentionally set mine to 50% to get this effect because it's realistic.
Rashid says, no ProMods convoy for me tomorrow.
We're not doing it tomorrow. But why not? I thought you were going to join us. You like ProMods. Sunday.
Treasure says, but the 100% setting seems unrealistic since it takes the caution out of negotiating turns.
It is. You're right. And when I saw that it was at 100%, I thought about shifting it back to 50. But then I remembered that that's pretty sure that's what that mod calls for.
She says, camp busy this weekend with a community barbecue on Sunday.
Nice. That sounds like fun. You know what, Treasure? I've got a screenshot of that mod's recommended settings. Give me a second and I'll pull that up. You won't be able to see it, but pretty sure I've got it handy here where I can grab it real quick and look. Yep, there it is. So, and this is for the realistic truck physics mod that we have in our convoy list. So braking intensity, well, that's optional. It says 120. I think I have mine set at 100. Truck stability, trailer stability, suspension stiffness, and cabin suspension stiffness, they recommend all at 100%. But you saw where I had some of mine. I do think I should probably put the trailer stability back. Maybe I'll do that right now. Just because I want to live dangerously. Yeah, I do have the truck stability set at 100 per that mod maker's recommendation. But really it should be closer to 50. The trailer stability should be closer to 50. Yeah. We raised the center of gravity. Okay, I just put it to 50. Let's see what happens. Hopefully nothing bad this far into the run. Ooh, I can feel it. Visually, I can feel it. See the trailer in my mirror? It's shifting. So this is 50% for both.
Trisha says, careful now. I vented my frustration to you and Pilot recently when I flipped my truck at the end of a 3-hour drive.
Yeah, this is over 2.5 hours. I would, and we're 2 hours into this. I would really hate to lose this load.
Adam says that in New Jersey or New Hampshire, there's no state capital gains tax, interest, personal income tax, or general sales tax. Heating and cooling is not that bad compared to the rest of the Northeast.
Wait a minute.
His is 50%. Oh, okay. That's a different topic there.
Wait, go back to that. No personal income tax in New Jersey? I thought New Jersey was one of the many states that do have a personal income tax and a high sales tax. And you go back and look at that again?
New Hampshire.
Oh, New Hampshire.
Not New Jersey.
Yeah, New Hampshire's different. Yeah, my understanding is that New Jersey is a high tax state, like New York and California.
Adam's got his setting at 50%. Not sure if that's normal for a trailer sway.
Yes. Depends on how loaded it is and how high the load is inside the trailer. But I mean, if you think about it, these trailers, they're tall.
And Ruth Rashid is off to watch TV.
Okay. Well, thanks for dropping by for a little while anyway.
Trisha says, and getting hit by a strong crosswind. Wiz is done.
Well, I've still got a half an hour before I finish this.
Says it's okay, I'm eating ice cream. Matthew Walter's wondering, tomorrow night ATS?
Yes. I'm planning to do a long haul run in ATS. I don't know what yet, but I'd like to do something heavy. I got my three drive axles, or 3-axle, well, I guess 4 axles is what it is. W900 with 732 horsepower motor. I'm ready to do something big. Cross country.
Mikey says, as always, thank you for the hard work you put into your streams.
Well, thank you for that, Mikey. I appreciate it. Amazing how much planning and stuff goes into this. I mean, a lot of times I just wing it, but I have a basic idea of what I want to do, but sometimes I have to plan all 3 streams in advance in a little bit more detail. Tomorrow during the members stream, I'm planning to do some more of the driving academy, the next parts that I haven't done yet. Woo. I instinctively reached for my shifter thinking I had to change gears, and I forgot I'm driving automatic. Had ATS on the brain.
Treasure says, gotta love the unexpected slow traffic.
Yeah, I had some really bad ones earlier near the beginning of this run.
Adam says, I'm almost out of fuel. Did not realize how fast 120 gallons goes down from full.
Yeah.
Mikey says, you're welcome. Also, I've learned a lot of how to drive in ATS from this live stream.
Oh, good. Almost missed this.
Pilot says, good thing you didn't have to stand on the pedal.
Yeah, considering my seat has wheels under it, that would have pushed me right back into my green screen.
Bitterman says, what kind of truck are you driving?
It's a Volvo FH16, and welcome to the stream. It says that in the top left corner, I'm not, I don't know if it's too small for you to read. Like if you're on a mobile device or something. And Vigner's got it, except it's not a 780. I think this is only a 500 horsepower motor. I think. I'm running the Zeemods engine mod. Let's check it out, shall we? Yep, 500 horsepower. That's why it's sluggish on the starts.
Treasure O says, I'm missing the sound of the load shifting in the trailer since the ZAF update.
Yeah. That's not what you were hearing. There is no load shifting sound. If you're hearing a load shifting, and you got a problem. That's something else. If you're hearing a sound when your trailer's rocking, that's actually the air hoses on the back of the cab.
Bitterman says, welcome right back to you. What kind of loads are you talking or taking, and where's it going?
Well, again, all that information's at the very top of the screen. If you can read it, if you can't, I am going to Faro, Portugal. I'm hauling 20 tons of outdoor floor tiles.
Victor says, I think the most efficient fuel speed is 62 miles an hour in ATS. Please correct me if I'm wrong, Boomer.
You're probably not far off. It might be a little bit less. I know I read an article by somebody one time. Her and her husband were team drivers, and they swore by 55 miles an hour. You're not going to get there as quickly, but you're going to use a lot less fuel. But a lot of trucking companies, big fleet operators, limit their trucks with the governor at 62. Some have it set to 65, but a lot of them set to 62, which is really annoying for everybody else because you get stuck behind them.
Kivo is here.
Kivo, my bad. Haven't seen you in a while. Welcome to the stream.
He says, would you ever go on a Mr. Beast video for a truck simulator competition for like 100,000?
I don't know. I didn't know he did things like that. I've never watched any of his videos, so I'm only vaguely aware of what he's about. But if he wants to give me $100,000 for doing something cool on video, you betcha. I'm down with that.
Bro says that's why California limits to 55 for fuel efficiency and carbon emissions, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, that's one reason. Another reason is for safety. They have the misguided notion that trucks driving slower is safer. Well, they do less damage when they have an accident. The problem is they're more inclined to cause an accident by being limited to that speed because everybody else gets road rage around them. You know, four-wheelers, they can do 65 and stuff. And they get angry when they get stuck behind a truck. I mean, I'm sure Europe is like that too. Since trucks are typically limited to 80 kilometers an hour. And in Germany on the Autobahn, where you may have an unlimited speed limit, you don't want to get stuck behind a lumbering truck. So Treasure, back to your comment earlier, I remember you mentioned something in Discord about no longer hearing the load shifting sound. And I didn't respond to that because I was just scratching my head and I was like, what? There's no load shifting sound. And then later it occurred to me that you were probably hearing the sound of the air lines on the back of the cab slapping the back of the cab. And I don't know if you can see it here. Yeah, it's ooh. Let me use the camera mode. So behind the cab where the airlines are, there's actually, at least on US trucks, you've got a spring mounted on the middle top of the cabin, and it connects to the airline. It's got a little bundle grabber. That's not even the right word for it. But anyway, it keeps them up off the deck so they're not slapping into stuff, because these are just, they're vinyl tubes. The red and the, well, green, no, I'm sorry, the red and the blue. They're just vinyl air tubes, and you don't want them rubbing against something. So you have this big spring contraption. It keeps them from dragging on the deck and other things. And so sometimes that assembly slaps into the back of the cab. And I suspect that that's probably what you're hearing, because one of the mods simulates that. Anyway.
Or the sound of like a toolbox or something shifting around inside the cab.
No. Not in the game. And not even in real life. I mean, you might hear something like that in real life. But no, there is one mod, and I don't remember which one. I think it's Sound Fixes that emulated that sound. And since Zeemods is typically above Sound Fixes, you would no longer hear that. Probably. Trucky! Uh-oh. It's got a yawn. Are we getting close to... Or did I pass it? Where's my stop? Did I not drop a pin? Or did I blow right by it when I wasn't paying attention? But that was it. Or that. Shoot. That was it right there. Shoot. May have to go here. Let's see what I got for time. Hour and a half. Okay, yeah, I gotta stop.
Treasure says, I know I've gotten used to an occasional big thump when hitting uneven highway surfaces.
That's what that is. That's the airline assembly slapping the back of the cabin.
Better Man said, third-person camera in a truck simulator? Impressive work by the cameraman.
Third person? Oh, you mean while I'm driving? Yeah, I got a lot of experience doing that. Thank you, by the way. You can do that too, but it can end badly. Not safe to do that when you're maneuvering like this.
just says, well, anyway, I don't have that sound anymore, so I've got to figure out which mod was giving me that sound until recently.
I think it's sound fixes. And here's a solution to it. Hold on a second. I have not done it in Euro Truck, but I have done it in ATS at his recommendation. Sound fixes, that is. Because I was missing out on one of the reverberations when you go into a tunnel or the underground and you blow your horn. You can hear a really good reverberation, and the Zeemods kind of doesn't do that as well, and so he recommended I move Sound Fixes pack mod above some of the Sound Fix or Zeemod stuff. And I will, just because I'm that kind of guy, I will do it. No, I've been getting that. I said it was going to be a long stream. It's already gone over 3 hours. We're not even there yet. I go into mods. And I did this in ATS. Do that all the way to the top and then bring it down above the master reverb mod. That's where he said to put it in ATS. And when I did that and I went back to the underground and I blew my horn, you could hear the reverb. So that might bring back that thumping sound.
Says, cool, I'll try that.
Well, let's see if I get it back, because I didn't even pay attention to that. I did that fairly recently in ATS, and I haven't been listening for that thumping on the back of the cabin. And I don't know if you get it as much over here or not. And I did that for the reverb in ATS. I can't remember if Sound Fixes added that sound. So we'll see. We'll see what happens once I get back in the game. Ding, 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 ding. Oh, we're here. Let's look at the map. We have 5 hours remaining, so I do not need another rest break after this. So we'll just do the sleep thing and then drive. I'm gonna drive in the dark the rest of the way.
Ducky says, I don't care so much about the sound. I often listen to audiobooks while driving.
I do too when I'm driving by myself, either audiobooks or a podcast. Did that in real life, and I find it useful in the game too. I'm not following the GPS because he's not in charge of me. He's not the boss of me. I will choose where I'm going. As should you. Don't blindly follow the GPS. Yeah, I just discovered a manned truck dealer. Not that I'm going to go there to buy a truck, but now I've discovered it.
It says the treasure. I still have the older ZAF files. If you want, I can send them to you to try testing.
Well, if we hear, yeah, this one. If we start to hear that sound again, we'll know that's what it was. Oh, I should have blew my horn.
And he added, but be warned, something else might break.
Yep. There's always that. Should have blew my horn while I was in that under that overpass. Just changing my horn. With Zap, you can do that. You can change your horn on the fly. I don't like that one. And I don't want the horn, a train horn. Yeah, that'll work, I think. So if I go through a tunnel, which I don't think I am.
What's the keystroke for the horn change? That's treasure.
If you have the ZAF installed and the horn mod, Zeemods horn sounds mod installed, it's Control Shift F11. Hold down Control and Shift and hit F11.
Glowing words from Bitterman here. Just know every time I play Truck Simulator myself, I look back on how awesome you are playing this game and how educated you are in the field. You're an amazing person. Keep rocking on.
Well, thank you very much for that. But I'd also have to say, you don't know me very well. I'm grumpy. But thanks. Not trying to spoil your impression of me there, but I am grumpy. But I've had a lot of coffee today, so I'm pretty good right now. Whoa, what's that? Was that reflections of headlights at the top of my view screen? Oh yeah, that's what it is. When I pass vehicles, their headlights reflect off the sunblock, or whatever the hell that thing's called. Sunshade, sunscreen, whatever. Because I think it's acrylic, so it's got a lot of reflectivity to it. First vehicle that I passed, and when I saw those reflections, I thought that looked like a pair of UFOs flying off into the distance, or jets. So So we should be making this delivery around 7 a.m. Oh, look, I'm going to need fuel. How much time do I have left on the load? 11 hours. Oops. I don't want to be in that lane.
Trisha Rose says, I haven't seen the grumpy side yet, and I've been here a while. You've always been very accommodating, as you've shown today.
Oh, well, good.
Kurt says, hi, Boomer. How are you? Or where are you going?
Hey. Welcome to the stream, Kurt. Whoa, 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 whoa. Eat, now I'm yakking and I'm losing track of what I'm doing. I'm surprised I didn't get a Swifty out of that. Since I didn't get a Swifty.
Kurt says, here we understand why we use Volvo. Safe driving. Has nothing to do with the Volvo.
Now, I very nearly was standing on my brake, pilot.
He says those great Volvo brakes. Pressure almost fell out of his chair. Ducky says, be glad you didn't drive a Pete.
Yeah, maybe. If my load was any heavier, I might have had an issue. But Treasure, back to your comment there. I do like to share and educate. That is kind of the tone that I try to have for within our Discord community, is that we all share what we know with each other and we all become better drivers for it, enjoy the game more. Get them to drop to 80. 60? What's up with that? I don't remember that here. Now I do have kind of a heavy load, 20 tons with a 500 horsepower motor pulling, so it does go sluggish up the hills. Oh, did I just rub up against the guardrail or the Jersey barrier? Because I just got some trailer damage. Oh, dang it.
Treasure says, I could confirm that you and Pilot both, my go-to gurus.
Well, thank you. On behalf of Pilot and myself, thank you. Although Pilot is here, so.
Pilot says, uphill, that's when you hit the switch to paddle shift button and downshift to get ahead of the weight.
What? Switch, oops, to switch to paddle shift button? Oh. Oh, I just missed my turn. Yeah, my paddles are for turn signals. Yeah, I haven't used the shifting thing since the very beginning. But yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So what did that just add? What that just added a bunch of distance. Should I go down there and uncover some of that gray road, or should I cheat? This is not a World of Trucks load.
Treasure occasionally runs into Pilot on other Discords.
He does get around. Probably another one of those things his wife wishes that he wouldn't do. Yeah, I occasionally go spend time at other Discords, or at least reading the information. Like Trucky and running out of fuel. Oh, great, now I don't have enough fuel. It's because of this. Missing my turn. Y'all stop distracting me. I know I'm easily distracted.
Whirl.
It is dark. I wish the headlights would swing with the steering. Well, I got to uncover some more gray road. Yeah, that cost us about an hour of game time because we were gonna get there just a little before 7 a.m. Now it's gonna be a little after 8 a.m.
Trucky says blame the GPS.
That's a GPS. I was distracted. Well, so far we've covered 3,515 kilometers.
Mikey says GPS stands for getting people stuck.
I think my fuel economy is pretty good on this run. Less than 29 liters per 100 kilometers. I saw that name, Huelvo, or whatever it is, on the sign going this way, and I thought, oh, I'm not going there. So I didn't go this way. Why is this? Oh. Obviously, I'm getting tired. It's my nap time. Yeah, pilot, to your point earlier, I am wishing that I could downshift a little bit.
Ducky says, slow down, Boomer, don't make a TK.
Ugh. Yeah, especially since I dialed back the stability settings. It's the first thing that comes to mind. Oh. Before I forget again, let me find a place to get fuel. Yeah, better go here. $36 kilometers. Just gonna add more time, another half hour. Well, I'll be able to deliver during daylight this way.
Treasure says, I know I've said this before, but statistically, most accidents happen closest to home or at the end of the journey.
Yeah, that's a real thing. Because, I mean, I've heard that whole statistic thing where most accidents happen within 1 mile of your home. But it's, for truck drivers, it's also true, I think, logically in my mind anyway, that it makes sense that the closer you get to your destination, the more likely you are to have an accident because you're tired. Theoretically, you've been driving all day. Okay, I just missed. Took the wrong turn. Okay. I can't run out of fuel. Oh, that's good.
Wah, wah.
Wow, there's no damage. Let's see if there was any damage. Let me watch where I'm going. I should have been paying more attention to which direction I was facing. Don't try that at home, kids.
Ducky says, stay safe. Stay away from home.
Yeah. I saw a comedian on YouTube. He was pointing out that whole most accidents, happen within 1 minute of your home, and so he was lamenting that there are people who actually apparently have commented that, I don't know where, or if he just made it up, that does that mean I should park a mile away from home and then walk the rest of the way, or should I move somewhere else? Completely missing the point. It was kind of under the rubric of we're doomed because some people think this way. Yes, there are people that think that way, and they walk among us. Well, it's getting daylight. Yeah, this way. I almost went that way. This has been a little confusing little set of roundabouts and things here. And this is why accidents happen near your destination. Because people are tired and oh look, a detour. Yes, it is tempting to go around, but there'll be something up ahead that will keep me from being able to do that. Usually there's a medevac helicopter there, but that's not what it is. So that means there's something farther up. Always something. I had this nightmare scenario in my mind that when I get up here, there's going to be a roadblock. But it doesn't appear to be the case. Oh, there's the incident right there, along with the medevac helicopter. That truck just went through the helicopter. He drove right through it like it wasn't even there. Like I'd like to wait and see if there's something else coming through there, but
Ghost Rider, says Ducky.
okay, we should be getting to Portugal soon.
Says before taking another wrong turn.
You be quiet. Here it comes. Yep, there's the bridge that goes over whatever body of water that is. It's got to be a river that flows out to the into the Atlantic, because I think we're on the west of Gibraltar. Welcome to Portugal. We are nearly at the end. We have 72 kilometers remaining. so ready to be done with this run. I was doing so good. I didn't have any Swifties or no tickets.
Says I just started playing like 20 minutes ago and I can't find my blinkers.
You just started the game new? And welcome to the stream, by the way. Use your brackets key. Bracket keys. Right above the enter.
Brand new.
Yeah. That's the exact same question I had when I first started. In my my reaction video, I'm like, I don't understand how to do the turn signals. Yeah, that's about how new I was too. It is a lot of fun. Well, you should subscribe and stick it around.
Annoying music. It says, "Oh, I love it already."
So was it Euro Truck or ATS? I didn't miss that.
Didn't say.
For me, it was ATS. But everything is basically the same except for the types of trucks. I mean, the physics are the same. Keybinds are the same. Somebody throw into the chat or Matthias what the default keybinds are for turn signals, please. Oh, a red light. We haven't seen a traffic light in ages. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, yeah, we're going there. To the APP. Let's see. Will I have to back down there? Yeah, you're launching yourself into a whole world of entertaining truck driving simulation. Finally, 3,786 kilometers. Well, that's not what that says. Whew. All right, let me get at it. Away from this trailer. And I see a sleep trigger right over here. I'm just gonna hop in there.
Job report says 3,774 kilometers, 4.4 stars, 1,500 hardcore points.
Nice. Anything 4 stars or better is pretty awesome. I know why. I mean, I could have gotten 5 stars probably for this run if I had not had a damage. I'm guessing. Well, there it is. And I'm whooped. All right. Thank you, Lobo and Mikey, for helping. Oh, my goodness. Let's look at the map. I don't remember what my explored percentage was before I started, but that's what it is now. It was still 45 something. Ooh-wee. Now the next run is probably longer because it's going to go from Portugal all the way to Poland. Up here. Let's have a quick look from Faro. Well, there's nothing going to Poland from here. There is something going to Iceland. How far is that? 4,585. We're not doing that. How about signs or Sinas? I don't know how you pronounce that. Nope. Oh no, that was. What was that? Oh, Setubal. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing these. I have no idea. Greece? Oh no, that's Georgia. For those of you who are wondering, how do I have all these other places on here? This is ProMods. ProMods is awesome. Oh wait, there's one to Warsaw. 3,330, so it's not farther. This is out of this town here, Setubal. I won't move there just yet, but what about Ibora? Nope. Lisbon, should be a lot of loads out of Lisbon going various places. Here's one. 3,500. Here's one to Warsaw. 3,245. So there are, what's this one? Opole? Not familiar with that. Ooh, that's a place I haven't discovered yet. 3 tons, you say. Oh, another reason why I didn't get 5 stars probably because the weight or the mass of my load was not as, it's 20 tons. So it would have needed to be 30, I think, to get 5 stars on that. Passed over a PL drop. Well, there's this one, Warsaw. There's that one. That one. That's in Eastern Poland. Anyway, I'm not booking it now. I need a break. There it is. I am going to wrap this up now. Right here, right now. Thank you for joining for 3 hours and 45 minutes. Wow, that's got to be one of my longest drives to date. Not the longest. I did 5 hours once. That's crazy. But this is long enough. Get into there we go. Once again, thank you for joining me, us. And we'll be back tomorrow.